lot of us have really stopped planning 10 years, 5 years from now because we really don't know what it's going to look like. We're just really like, we literally don't even know what the next few hours is going to look like.
Does anybody else miss like planning for the future? That was a cool thing that we used to do, huh?
You ever looked around and noticed a lot of young people are actually not having so much hope or this ambition for life? A lot of young adults just feel so weak and tired of life and are at the verge of giving up, while some are even giving up on life. They literally have no hope or thought for the future. And this is the byproduct of living in a world that actually feels like it's falling apart. That's literally what it is like. And it's like when you're thinking, you literally cannot sit down and be thinking so too deeply into the future, because you'd be like, the world is falling apart right here in front of me. What am I thinking about? What future am I planning for? We're going to be checking out this video and rants from people. But before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
Does anybody know what we're supposed to do? Just like in general.
Put a finger down if you just don't give no more and you never forgave your parents for bringing you into this world. Like, y'all didn't even know me. Who the fuck told y'all to bring me here for me to pay bills? Adulthood is the worst hood I've ever been in. Put a finger down. If life has just been flying by since 2020, we have no idea what the we're doing or what we're supposed to be doing or what the is going on. We're literally just paying bills every day, it feels like. We're working to live and we're living to work. Time went forward an hour, but I swear to God, it feels like they're taking an hour every goddamn day. I swear I feel like my days are getting shorter, but they're never any shorter when I'm at work. But when I'm off, I blink and it's been 12 goddamn hours. Waking up tired no matter how much sleep we get. Groceries are literally almost half my goddamn check, it feels like. I'm always buying groceries and I don't even eat that much. Like, what the f is going on? I swear, every time I look around, breaking news. I'm gonna break my goddamn neck if I hear some more news. God damn it, all my fingers are down. I'm tired.
This imaginary game we're all playing where we pretend to be someone we're not at work so we can get money that we pretend is valuable, so we can pay for our house that we pretend to own, and we can watch people pretend to be something else on social media, and we listen to a government that's pretending that they care about us, and we're going to a store to buy food that they're pretending is healthy. What the f***?
Does anyone else just feel like really lost in life right now? Like, no matter what relationship you get into, what job you work, where you move, you don't feel like you fit anywhere. You don't belong in anything. I used to hang out with my friends and genuinely feel like I belonged. I used to love my job and feel so passionate about it. I used to genuinely feel like I had purpose in life and I saw colors in everything. And I don't know if it's just that I'm getting older and life kind of loses its sparkle, but it just feels like everyone else has good things happening for them and things they're excited about and they have purpose and direction, and I'm just floating. And it makes me wonder if I'm ever gonna figure it out, or if some people just never do. You know, what if I'm someone who just doesn't have a soulmate? What if I'm someone who doesn't have a real purpose? Is it normal to feel this lost?
My worst fear is that reincarnation is real because I can't do this again. I don't want to come back as a plant. I don't want to come back as an animal. I don't want to come back as any living creature. This is a scam. You either let me go to heaven or you let me turn into dirt.
I think I'm going to feel a wave of relief when I die. Like, I don't know, everyone's like scared of dying, but I'm not, because I've always felt the weight of life since I was a child. And I just remember thinking, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And I'm still trying to convince myself that it's going to get better. And it just hasn't. And it's like, even when nothing has happened to me during the day, I'm still like, oh my God, wake up, work, gotta figure out what to eat, do the same shit over and over and over again until you die. Like, this shit is so terrible. Like, you literally can't do shit in life without having money. And you can't have money 9 times out of 9 without selling your soul in some shape or form. People are weird. Love is the one thing in life that makes you feel alive, but everyone plays with it. Like, oh my God, like, I am going to feel relief when I die. Like, don't feel sad for me, because I know I'm going to be in heaven. I'm going to be looking down like, thank God. Thank God I missed y'all niggas.
I don't know, maybe I have the wrong idea about it. Y'all keep saying dep this, dep that, save this, save that. The whole thing is like, I don't know. Maybe it's me, maybe it's my personal experience. I just known too many people that didn't even make it to 30, literally. So, like, I'm not saying I shouldn't save for the future. I shouldn't have a retirement plan. I shouldn't put up 401, all this other shit. That's nice. Great. Nice. But the thing is, like, you need to live life now, I feel like, personally. I'm never going to get this time back. I'm never going to get these years back. I'm never going to get this year back. So y'all could save up for a vacation that might take me 5 years to save up for. And then what happens when I get to that 5-year mark and I can no longer do it? Things are way more expensive. So that's just out of the question. We got some type of crazy ass ban where we can't leave the country, or I just not in a physical shape or mental shape to even be able to travel. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm irresponsible as fuck. I have no clue. I just know that if I can make a way to make shit happen, I'm gonna make it happen. And to me, experiences are more important than any of this material shit and saving up retirement funds, all this extra shit. I just don't care about that right now. I'm sorry, I don't. Like, savings, yeah, cool, fine, dandy. But, like, for me personally, I feel like this country is already just going to shit as is. And it's, like, crazy expensive to live here. So, like, for me, I know y'all saying, like, oh, you need to save up, expenses, bills, emergency funds, all this stuff, 401k, you want to retire, you want to pay down your debts. I don't give a shit. I'll change my name and move out the country. And y'all will never see me again. I don't know. Maybe I'm irresponsible. Maybe I don't think clearly. I don't know, y'all. I can't even think straight. I need a trip so damn bad I can't even think straight.
I feel like I lost my spark in life, honestly. I feel like super unmotivated. I just feel tired, like mentally, with so much brain fog. I feel like all the stuff that I've struggled with in life and in the past and even now, like a lot of stuff that's going on in my life, from work to travel to relationships, all these different things are kind of just piling on, and it feels very draining. And I feel like a lot of times I'm fighting these battles myself, and I don't really have the best outlet, because I find that whenever I started getting a good groove and something starts to deter me off my path, that's when I kind of fall back into the same habits of, like, not eating the best, of sleeping in later than I should be, not working out super consistently, not taking risks, not going out and doing what I know I need to do every single day, being on my phone a lot more. And I've been in plenty of these cycles in my life, and I just feel like this is another one. But honestly, this one feels hard to shake, because it just feels like this is the biggest one I've had in my life, with so many changes happening in my life. It feels like everything's happening at once, and it honestly feels pretty overwhelming, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't really feel like myself. I haven't felt like myself for a while. And I know I'm not the only person that's going through something in general, but especially now, like, I know I'm not the only person going through this phase right now, because that's all it is, just a phase. It's a phase where we're learning how to deal with what's going on in our life, that this doesn't last forever, and we just have to get creative with how we're going to solve it, because really any problem has a solution. It wouldn't be a problem without a solution being created for it. I just haven't found a solution yet on how to necessarily get out of this rut or this funk that I feel like I'm in. So if you're in a rut or you're in a funk too, like me, then all you have to do is just keep on trying every single day and don't give up. Really all you have to do. It might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen this year, next year. There's no telling. No one knows when it's going to happen and when you're going to get out of it. But I promise you, when you look down the line and you didn't give up, and you look back and you see all the shit that you got through, you're going to be grateful that you didn't give up.
No shade. I wish I was one of those people that had, like, the trauma response of, I just bury myself in my work. I just work. Nah, no. I actually cannot imagine anything worse than something bad happening and then I have to go to work. Oh my God. Like, I got into a little fender bender one time on my way to work, and I was like, the first thing that went through my mind was, well, not going to work today. Like, I cannot imagine that. I love chilling. I'm under a blanket right now. It has a hole in it. I'm working on that. Anyways, I love chilling. I'm a professional chiller, bro. I don't know. So you people that like that do that, give me tips. Tell me how I can, what I can do to be like, cuz I really want to. I really do.
The system we were supposed to believe in is actually failing all of us. So what are we supposed to do right now? We're at a point where we literally have no dreams anymore. The dreams far too gone, like they don't exist anymore. There's a lot of political chaos, there's housing crisis, the job market has been trashed for the past few years now, the economy is broken, there's a thought on recession, or if we presently are even in a recession, there's inflation, price hike, greed, war. We are literally called the doom and gloom generation, but honestly, is it really our fault? We didn't ask for this. Honestly, a lot of young people were actually told this. We were told from a young age when we were growing up, like, we need to go to school, we need to do this, we need to do that, and when you do and follow all those paths, your life is going to be right and everything is going to fall into place for you. You will get a job, you will have a family, you would live life, you will retire and do all of this. But when you look at the picture of what is happening today, like, literally, what hope do you have?
You know, I really love it when people ask people in my generation, or, I'll speak for me, but I'm sure I speak for other people in my generation, when people who are older say, oh, well, why are you not doing this? Or why are you not, out doing more? Or why are you upset? Or, you're being lazy. You're just lying around. Why aren't you doing more? Why are you just scrolling on your phone? Or if I'm in public and someone like a door greeter says, hey, how are you today? What I really want to tell them is, well, how the fuck do you think I'm doing? Like, I'm in a job that I can't stand, that I literally want to tear the hair out from its bulbs every single day when I go into, but I don't have a choice because I have to work this kind of job to make money if I ever want to be able to live out on my own. And even with this job, even with the pay it gets, I'm never going to be able to afford a house. I'm never going to be able to afford certain things unless I work literally forever, unless I work myself to death. I don't like my job, but the job market is so terrible that I can't get another job no matter how hard I try. And even if I do, it won't be much better. So the only hope is to try to make it in some hobby, which is extremely unlikely to happen. There's the whole thing where it's, if you're single now, the odds that you're going to find someone are close to zero, just because of how awful this dating landscape is for people in this generation, how social media has destroyed it, how neither of the genders trust each other, both of the genders are at each other's throats, both of the genders blame each other for their problems. People have lost touch with how to communicate with people. There's that. There's also the fact that I am thinking right now, and a lot of people my age are thinking right now, like, yeah, I'm never going to be able to have kids because, one, it's too expensive, we can't afford it in this economy, and also with how shitty the world is right now, there's no way I would want to bring another person into this, because I think it's selfish with how the world is now to bring someone into it unless you can be certain that they're not going to be suffering like people my age are. You shouldn't be bringing someone into this world. So I'm having to deal with that. Even though I want to be a father and want to be a husband, I have to come to terms with the fact that, especially the father part, it's probably not likely going to happen. So you take all of that, and that is already just terrible and a perfect storm that people my age are navigating by the skin of their teeth. You take that, and then you also take the fact that that also puts you mentally in a bad spot. And I have things in my past that I regret and decisions I've made that I'd take back. I also have body insecurities, like I'm sure most people do. So you pile all of that on, and that's how I'm doing. I'm doing fucking terrible. And I'm not someone who curses, but it's just like, I don't know, for emphasis, it's just like, how do you think we're supposed to be doing? And maybe now you know why we're lazy, or why we're just rotting in bed scrolling on our phones. It's because I literally can't see how I have a future. How am I supposed to have a future if I'm stuck being miserable at a job that I don't like and I don't have any way out of it? I have almost no shot of having a future relationship-wise or having a family. I'm in constant mental turmoil, and we're also kind of destroying the earth and all of these war and conflict that's going on, it's like, yeah, I'm doing terrible. Like, and so are almost everyone. And it's so selfish, in my opinion, that people in the older generations will blame people in my generation for not doing well, when it's like, okay, you're the cause of a lot of these problems, and not only are you the cause of it, but you brought someone into the world knowing that all of this was happening, making them have to go to a 9-to-5, work 40 hours a week to basically get no return on their investment or their salary, and telling them to just suck it up and deal with it, not helping them at all. In fact, the people who can do stuff about it, the people in power and government and corporations, they just want to take advantage of people like us. People who are just in the normal working class, they don't care really about the person who's down there in the pits. And I'm not a political person. That's another thing. Politics has just gone completely to crap. That's the other thing, is there's not much hope for that. The people who can do something about it, I've seen it. They take advantage of vulnerable people, and the average person who's working in the cubicle, they could care less about. So it's just like, how do you expect people to feel? How do you expect people to be happy about their current predicament? I've scrolled on, it's not just me, I've scrolled on this app and I've seen so many people talk about how they regret having been born. They are just tired of life. And not even all of them from like a suicidal point of view, just people who are just exhausted with life. We have seen a spike in self bye-byes, and I think a lot of it has to do with this. People are just lost hope. It's ridiculous that people in older generations and people in power just expect people, Gen Z, millennials, just be like, yeah, just be okay with it. Just be okay being, stomped on and kicked and thrown to the wayside, and, make them go seek services where people basically just pat them on the back and tell them it'll get better when it probably won't. It's just ridiculous and infuriating, and most of us are at our wits' end with it. We really are. So, if you wanted to know how I'm doing, Mr. or Mrs. Door Greeter, or Mr. or Mrs. Older Generation, now you know. And thanks a lot for, spurring all this into motion. I know that people in older generations probably didn't cause all of this, but you certainly didn't help.
The weekends lately are giving 30-minute unpaid lunch break. How is it already Monday again?
Can we please just take a break? Like, can we just breathe for a second? Like, they're talking about, okay, first it was like, all right, tariffs, prices are increasing. Okay, cool, understand. It's not cool, but right. And now they're like, okay, well, the store shelves are about to be empty. You thought the price already increased, but it's about to jump. Your money's about to be shit. All right. Damn. All right. And now they're like, hey, 11 countries just stopped accepting the US dollar. Not only are our prices about to be high, there's going to be no food in the store, but now your dollar is already dropping. Your dollar is about to drop even more, so you can't even buy anything. Can we breathe?
I'm honestly so tired of buying shit. You gotta get deodorant, then you gotta get lotion, then you gotta get toothpaste, then you gotta get toothbrush, then you gotta get the floss, then you gotta get the mouthwash, then you gotta get the soap. Then the same soap that you use for the body can't use on your private parts. Gotta get a soap for that. Then you gotta get a different lotion for the face, because the lotion that you use for the body, like, oh my God! Oh! I'm so tired. Like, when does it stop? They need to just either make memberships to where you can go and buy, like, I'm cool with paying $200 a month, and every single product that I use for my daily hygiene can just be implemented into that membership, and I can go to the store as many times as I want to in that month and buy any of those products free of cost. But like constantly having to go to the store and get shit just so that I don't stink, it's like, damn.
A few places that paid about $10, $11 an hour, and I was saying these places always have their hiring signs, and this boomer was telling me, oh yeah, like a lot of people are so lazy, young people do not want to work, they don't want to do shit, they don't want to do nothing. And it's like, huh? Like in this day and age, like at the point, like I forgot that the person was actually a boomer. Like I wasn't thinking it, but then like when the person said it, I was like, oh, I've actually heard a lot of people who say these boomers are really like out of touch with reality. And it's like many people who keep calling young people lazy, they just didn't happen to like grow up or live life the way we're actually saying it. They're lazy. Do you know what it's like? Like if you actually work a job, like you would go and get employed, hired at a place that actually pays you so little, and you barely could actually even pay for gas with the money that they're paying you to actually drive and go to the job, for you to feed yourself, pay your rent. Like, do you know how much rent actually costs right now? Like, literally, like those places want to pay you that amount, and you're supposed to just be okay with it. We're not lazy. We're just surviving in a world that was already damaged before we got here. We actually inherited a world that has already been damaged by people before us. There's actually something very powerful in choosing not to give up, even if your dreams look different now, even if your version of success is just peace and stability, or just getting through the day, that really counts as success. Don't give up on yourself, because even if we're living in a world that feels hopeless, your story still matters. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate you. Please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.